You're watching FanDuel Sports Network, the home of the Cavaliers and Blue Jackets.
It's why you play the game, you know, for these big games.
No championships are won today, but I think there's a lot we can learn about ourselves.
I mean, this is what we play for games like this, playoff type atmospheres.
Whoever hits first, that's the key. We got to go out there and do that.
It's a test. We want feedback. We want to see where we are against the best.
There's no other better test than going against another top team in the league, and it's going to be a good test for us.
They're a tough team. They're a unique team. And so for us, we got to be ready from the jump, and I have no doubt we will be.
The snowy shores of Lake Erie set the scene for this much-anticipated presentation of Cavaliers basketball on FanDuel Sports Network, brought to you by Hyundai. It's an epic East-West showdown as the Cavaliers play host to the Oklahoma City Thunder. This matchup between two heavyweights features in one corner Jared Allen and the Cavaliers, which have won 10 in a row to own not just the best record in the East, but in the entire NBA. In the other corner, representing the West and hailing from the Sooner State, Isaiah Hartenstein and the Thunder have won 15 straight and comfortably sit atop their conference as well. Hi everyone, John Michael and Brad Doherty, and what a beauty we have for you here this evening. Two talented lineups, two glorious starts, and two of the brightest stars in our game today in Donovan Mitchell and Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, who spotlight our Toyota key to the game.
Man, we got a big one tonight, John. I mean, we've got the two best teams in the NBA and probably the two best shooting guards in all of the NBA going head-to-head. Both of these guys are elite at their positions and for different reasons. Donovan, who used to be this explosive all-time scorer, has now become this player that's empowering his teammates and creating this balanced offense that everyone is a part of. Oh yeah, he can go get it when he needs to, but he's also giving everyone else the opportunity to participate at a high level. You go to the other end, SGA, I'm telling you, it's all downhill. This is the most aggressive attacker of the front of the rim in all of the NBA. He comes at you downhill all the time, and tonight Donovan's going to need his A game to slow down that young man.
And it's just such an intriguing matchup on so many levels. The unstoppable force against the immovable object, as the Cavs' #1 ranked offense will get a huge test against the Thunder's #1 ranked defense here this evening.
Yeah, these are the two best teams in the NBA, and tonight it's going to be a battle of wills. I don't care what anyone says. The guys, the players can say, it's just another game. It is not. You want to know who the best is, and at the end of the night, we're going to know.
Let's welcome in the third member of our broadcast team. It is Serena Winters, and Serena, as usual, Donovan Mitchell has his pulse on the arm, I guess you could say, of this Cavalier team.
Well, John, look, as much as we can feel all the attention surrounding this team, and the players can certainly feel it too, behind the scenes, when you see Donovan Mitchell speak, you can tell that one of the keys to this game is trying his best to treat it like any other game.
You're always confident. You know, you trust the work, trust what we've done, what we're going to continue to do, trust your habits. So like I said the other day, you go into every game expecting to win. You know, if you don't, then, you know, what are you competing for? It's going to be the ultimate test for us, but these are all about just, like I said, tests. You know, it's going to feel like a high-intensity game. It should be a high-intensity game, but ultimately it's just another test.
Coming up, two smoking hot teams on a historic collision course, and we get it going in only moments, as it's now about that time. Sit back, crack open your favorite beverage, and settle on in. The NBA spotlight shines brightly upon the city of Cleveland, and it's next. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. The starting lineups and the tip-off are straight ahead.
We've had this come up a few times this season. Like, I remember Golden State came in here when we were 10-0, I think, or 9-0, and they were 8-1, and that one felt different. And then I think obviously the one in Boston, we were 15-0, felt different. And then so you have these a few times that come up, but they're really just about kind of testing, see where yourself is, where you're at as a team. Because at the end of the day, your goal doesn't change. It's just keep getting better as this year goes on. But these games definitely feel different, you know what I mean?
Right.
And you can feel it inside this building. History in the making. The first game in NBA history will take place tonight between a team on a 15-game run and a team on a 10-game run. This is the first time the teams from different conferences have met this late in the season with winning percentages of 85% or better. And you see all of the history, a lot on the line here this evening. The Cavaliers have a sparkling record of 31-4. The Thunder 30-5. Brad, you've been in locker rooms like this. What's on your mind?
Yeah, you're thinking about just what Ty was talking about. Where are we at? You know, you've had the test before against Golden State, against Boston. Well, you played those games, they're behind you. This is before you. You have not played this team this season. You've been watching this team out of the corner of your eye because they have been absolutely dominant, just as dominant as you are, and this is a collision course. So who walks out of here tonight as king of the hill? That's important because as you march on, you want to have your confidence as you lead this game.
Speaking of dominance, the Cavaliers inside this building here at Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse are 18-1. There you get a look at the concourse. The energy is coursing through this building. Come on inside for the player introductions. Kenny Atkinson is the reigning two-time Eastern Conference Coach of the Month. His Cavaliers open the season with 15 straight victories. They've now won their last 10 and 14 of their last 15 as they're perched atop the Eastern Conference at 31-4. Here are the Thunder starters. The headliner is Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. He ranks third in the league in scoring. He was the runner-up for the MVP award last season as he checks in averaging north of 31 points a night. 39-year-old Mark Daigneault was named the NBA Coach of the Year just a season ago. His club has been running red hot as well. The Thunder have won a franchise record of 15 straight. They sit atop the Western Conference at 30-5. With that, let's send things back down to Serena Winters.
Hey, John, there is no lack for storylines in this game. You mentioned it, right? First time in NBA history that a team on a 15-game win streak and a 10-game win streak are meeting in the regular season. That means these two have combined to win 25 straight games. And out of their 61 total wins, 46 of them have been by double digits. Talk about the two hottest teams in the league. Now, that doesn't mean either of these teams haven't had to come back from a deficit, right? 15 of those wins combined came when they were trailing by double digits. And both of these teams have absolutely perfect records in their opposing conferences. But for one team, that's going to come to an end here tonight.
Just wild, the starts for these two teams. As you get a look at Donovan Mitchell, there's Isaiah Hartenstein, a big free agent signee during the offseason. He's become even bigger with the absence of Chet Holmgren, who's been out with a broken hip. Hartenstein become a consummate center in this league. The Cavaliers have not lost since December 8th. The Thunder have not lost since December 1st. As Serena detailed, the Thunder are unbeaten against the Eastern Conference. The Cavs have yet to fall from a team from the West. These clubs own the NBA's top two records. Something has to give here tonight. Jared Allen and Isaiah Hartenstein step to the center circle. The tip is won by the Cavaliers, and we are underway. John Michael, Brad Doherty, and Serena Winters buckle up as off we go here in Cleveland. Darius Garland is watched by Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll feed Allen off the Wade for a corner three. Hey, knocks it down.
Right away, just great ball movement, something that's been continuous throughout the entirety of the season for the Cavaliers. Moving that basketball, making this Oklahoma City defense, which is tenacious, move their feet and create gaps by moving the ball quicker than they can dribble it.
Jake Gilgeous-Alexander gets himself into the paint. His floater doesn't go. It's rebounded by Donovan Mitchell. Mitchell has his head up. Mitchell in toward Williams. Finds Garland in the corner. He's got it. Back-to-back threes for the Cavaliers to open the show.
Yeah, nice quick ball moving again by the Cavaliers. Two very efficient offensive possessions back-to-back. Cavs are starting with a lot of strength on that offensive end.
Jake Gilgeous-Alexander gets fouled. The foul is on the floor. Brad, this is a set play. The Cavs win the tip. The Cavs get into the offense and free Dean Wade in the corner.
Yeah, this is a nice pick by Dean. You see the roll right there. Dean continues on throughout the lane. Jarrett can shoot that basketball, or Dean's wide open for a nice pass from Jarrett. Good job.
Our crew chief, John Goebel, made the call. He's joined by referee Ray Acosta and umpire Robert Hussey. Gilgeous-Alexander leads the league in drives as here's Jason Wallace. Wallace, and his shot doesn't go. Hartenstein can't follow. Mobley plucks the rebound out of the air, and out come the Cavs with an early 6-0 lead. Garland will orchestrate this offensive sequence. He's guarded by the rugged perimeter defender Lou Dort as Gilgeous-Alexander picks up his first foul.
Under foul number 2, Shea Gilgeous-Alexander. His first personal.
Cavaliers did a great job recognizing the mismatch with SGA getting stuck on Evan. Evan goes right at him. There's the foul right there. You cannot guard Evan Mobley, and I like Evan's aggressiveness going right to that basket.
Allen hands off to Garland, who comes and gets it. Back it goes to Wade. Mitchell now. Mitchell pulls up. In and out. Here's Jalen Williams, third-year man out of Santa Clara. He's averaging 21 points a game. He backs up. He's guarded by Jared Allen. Down the alley he goes. He'll settle for a mid-range jumper that gets the Thunder on the board. Williams, like many of these Thunder players, love to drive as Garland sneaks his way inside. Glass is cleaned by Hartenstein. He'll take it himself, lumbering into the forecourt. He finds Gilgeous-Alexander off to Lou Dort for three. Boy, Lou Dort's long-range game has really come around. He shot a career high from three last season, his fifth in the NBA. He's been even better this year. Allen from the elbow, Wade upstairs. He banks it in.
Nice job, good pass top to top. And your comment about Dort is absolutely right, man. He is a tenacious, strong defender, but he is shooting that basketball much better this year. Gives him a lot of viability on the offensive end when he can make those shots.
Williams could not find Hartenstein. It goes to Wallace in the corner. He'll tiptoe baseline, give to Dort. Dort can't shoot it. Back it goes to Williams. Touch foul is called on Wade. Here was Wade at the other end. He makes a nice catch at the doorstep.
Yeah, you see Donovan turn the corner, over top to Jarrett. Jarrett, nice up top. Usually that's Evan. Dean happened to be there. Great catch by Dean. Nice little spin on that basketball. Look, just enough little English on that ball to kiss it off the glass. Nice job.
Each of these teams has been off since Sunday. That afternoon, the Thunder's top-ranked defense held the Celtics to 92 points as Hartenstein's floater is good, including just 27 points in the second half. The Thunder beat the Celtics 105-92. The Celtics by quarter scored 35, 30, 15, and 12. They got smoked out of the building defensively. Dort with the block on Mitchell. Mitchell can't quite get it back. Comes into the hands of Wallace. Wallace leads the break. Williams lays it in, and he gives the Thunder the lead.
Yeah, their defense has been just the best in the league. I mean, holding 16 of their opponents under 100 points, that's over half their games. And in today's league, if you can't score 100 points, you're just in trouble. And so they're really good.
Wallace, the basket as Williams with his shot, that doesn't go. Only tried to squeeze between Wallace and Hartenstein. He got knocked off the ball as Mitchell fires a three. A long rebound is backed down eventually by Wallace. There's Wallace again. Wallace Euro steps down the lane. He missed the shot. Credit Garland, who tracked him back step for step.
Garland did a great job staying in front of him. He had nowhere to go, and he left his feet. Williams did. That's what Wallace did, and he was in trouble.
Kenny Atkinson is incensed that the original foul wasn't called on Williams. Williams eventually gets charged with the personal.
See, Evan crosses him here, and he gets hit right there. That's a foul. I don't know what,
I think Kenny's argument is if that's going to be allowed there, this is going to be a 100%, long night.
Yeah, but allow it on both ends.
Allen straight away, pestered by Hartenstein. Garland with 6 to shoot. He'll step back. That ball's tipped and grabbed by Williams. Gilgeous-Alexander scoring over 31 a night. Eventually it's Dorn in the corner. He stepped on the line, and the ball goes over to the Cavaliers. We take a look at our injury report brought to you by Elk and Elk. Sam Merrill remains out for the Cavs. No Topic, no Mitchell. Chet Holmgren is out with that long-term injury to his pelvis. Alex Caruso's been out for a couple of weeks. Boy, this is a Thunder team that has won 15 straight, and they still have Caruso and hopefully Holmgren coming back before the playoffs. Caruso for sure. Holmgren, they're hopeful. Garland cuts pass to Allen, and Allen gets fouled by Hartenstein.
Yeah, teams are very similar. Cavaliers, same thing with Okoro coming back, and and Merrill coming back. There's a lot of talent on both of these rosters. Nice pass, two great passes. Good feed by Dean Wade. Nice pass by Darius right into the palms of awaiting Jared Allen. There's the foul.
You mentioned Isaac Okoro. He's a notable omission from our Elk and Elk injury report. He is available here this evening as we pause for a word from Alson Jewelers.
Discover the timeless elegance of Alson Jewelers, your destination for unparalleled selection and personalized service. More than just jewelry, it's an experience.
Max Strus and Karis LeVert are the first two Cavaliers substitutions. They check in for Mobley and Mitchell. This has been the usual substitution pattern for Kenny Atkinson this season.
Yeah, they come in, they bring that kinetic energy right away with LeVert and Strus. You got guys who are going to defend hard and run the floor. So you don't lose anything. You actually gain some pace when they're on the floor.
Wallace shuffles inside. Strus will find a teammate in the corner. It's Williams.
Good ball movement by OKC, similar to what the Cavs do. Make that ball move. They don't dribble a lot of passing.
Garland for three. Darius Garland this season ranks top 20 in three-point percentage. He's 1 for 3 to open this ball game. Gilgeous-Alexander leads the league in drives. That time he'll stop at the elbow. That shot was wide right and well defended by Dean Wade.
Dean Wade's got size and he can move his feet. Dean Wade can guard guards on the perimeter at 6'8", 6'9". Hey, Gilgeous-Alexander's 6'6", big guard, but could not get around deep.
Strus stepped on the sideline. It's Karis LeVert who opened him up. As we have our first timeout, we are underway here in Cleveland. Back inside Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse, we get a look at the live odds for tonight's game, courtesy of FanDuel. You play the Thunder right now at -115, the Cavs at -111. The over-under is at 226.5. Play over at -118. Under goes off at -110. The Cavaliers open as 3-point favorites. The 31-4 Cavaliers taking on the 30-5 Thunder, as Serena was back behind the Cavalier huddle at that last timeout.
Yeah, the two big things Kenny mentioned were, look, we've got to get every 50-50 ball tonight. We've got to up our physicality. And then Donovan looked over at Jared and said, hey, keep setting those screens and we'll keep making things happen.
What a start Kenny Atkinson has had here in Northeast Ohio. Back-to-back Eastern Conference Coach of the Month. We are back underway. Williams has 7 quick points for the visiting Thunder. Draws a foul there. LeVert picks up the personal. LeVert, Garland, Strus, Wade, and Allen make up the Cavalier 5. They have heard our court mics pick up Kenny Atkinson and say, as long as you call it both ways.
Yeah, that's all you want. It's going to be a little touchy foul here or there. Make sure it's consistent. Especially at a game like this, two best teams in the league. You don't want to separate it by poor officiating.
Wade grabs a long rebound. So here's LeVert. He'll stride into the forecourt. LeVert sets up a three. Here's LeVert, checked in 5th in the NBA in three-point accuracy. Credit Dean Wade on the offensive glass. That ball ends up out of bounds last off the Thunder.
He ain't just being aggressive, going to get that basketball, fighting through 3 guys in those blue jerseys. Nice job by Dean, keeping that possession alive for his teammates.
LeVert plays through Allen, goes to Allen, oh my! Jared Allen with a menacing finish.
Karis LeVert turns that corner, draws that defender. Jared Allen steps in there like a windmill and tomahawks one down.
Strong rebound by Dean Wade as he held Jalen Williams off, and it goes to Allen again. Jared Allen with back-to-back ferocious dunks has given the Cavaliers a 14-12 lead.
Jared being extremely aggressive and active on both ends of the floor. Cavaliers love that with the big guy because they trust Jared to change the momentum, to change the game. And he does it.
Gilgeous-Alexander's first points. We have a foul on Cason Wallace.
We'll talk about it night in and night out. This guy right here is the difference maker because of his defensive prowess, but on the offensive end, equally so. So effective scoring that basketball anywhere within 12 feet of that basket at a high clip, highest in the league. They're going to use him tonight, and his energy is kinetic through this basketball team.
Allen's third in the league in field goal percentage as Garland knifes inside. He'll bank and score.
Nice job by Darius Garland. Strong move to the basket. Good finish.
Aaron Wiggins has checked in along with the second Jalen Williams that we see here tonight for the Thunder. This is the third-year man out of Arkansas who has the ball. He'll shovel off to Cason Wallace. Wallace nails a three. Thunder have a number of capable three-point shooters.
They're a lot like us, John. Very similar basketball teams. A lot of guys that can make shots.
Thunder lead the league in points off turnovers, and they pick up 2 there. Cavaliers, by the way, are second in that department, so 2 opportunistic defenses. George Niang has checked in. He'll send one back to Strus. Strus uncorks a three, and it's through.
Nice little two-man game between George Niang and Max Strus. George had a nice little pump fake, drove. The defense was able to get back in front. He makes a nice little kick out as Strus's defender was coming to help.
Cason Wallace with his dribble. Back it goes to Isaiah Joe. Of Jalen Williams once more to Joe. Joe got decked by Strus, and he'll shoot free throws.
A lot of times you run a play, and the continuance of the play is what the actual result is. That's what this is. The play was designed for George to shoot that quick three. He had an opening. He drives to the basket. The defense collapsed. And having such a high basketball IQ, he recognizes that someone's open. You take a look out of the corner of your eye, and you see Max Strus standing there wide open kicking that basketball. Smart basketball.
So here's Isaiah Joe, who has flourished in Oklahoma City over the last 2 seasons after being waived by the Sixers back in 2022. Joe's not the only player on this team, Brad, who will hunt threes. Most of the other Thunder perimeter players will look for the three to set up the drive, which this team loves to do.
Yeah, he's very aggressive getting after shooting that basketball. And so very streaky, but he can get going. He's a guy you have to pay attention to because it's going up. And if you don't guard him, he will hurt you.
Thunder 21, Cavaliers 19. Niang puts his head down, shovels to Mobley, who bobbles it, and out of bounds it goes.
Oh, that's a nice pass for George. That's good play, a good attack. Defender had Evan blocked off. He couldn't see George's hand, so the pass kind of came out of nowhere, kind of close.
Ball security will be at a premium tonight for the Cavaliers. That's their 4th turnover as Jalen Williams line drives home a 3. That's Jalen spelled J-A-Y-L-N.
There's too many of them, John. I can't keep up.
Also, Kenrich Williams is going to come off the bench likely at some point in this game as Niang spots up. Joe tracks it down. Joe sends it ahead to Wiggins. Wiggins got a half step on Niang to the basket. Mobley was there as Wiggins adjusts and lays it in. Wiggins had 15 big points off the bench in that win over Boston on Sunday in just 20 minutes of play as Mobley lines up a 3. Gilgeous-Alexander picks his head up. He's watched by LeVert. That's way long. Mobley hauls in the rebound. Gilgeous-Alexander has opened this game 2 for 6. Strus again.
Nice shot by Max Strus. Those are back-breaking shots, but that's his rhythm. He catches you off guard as soon as he catches that basketball. If he makes those shots, it's absolutely devastating to you, the morale of the defense, because it's not set.
LeVert tips the weak side rebound, eventually picks it up. He'll zigzag into the forecourt. His Cavs trail by 4. LeVert hands off to Strus. Under 2.5 to go in the first. Gilgeous-Alexander uses a Williams screen. Works now on Mobley. Tries to drive, can't do it, then he draws a foul.
That's excellent defense by Evan Mobley. Wow.
Gilgeous Alexander will shoot free throws when we come back. And also, when we come back, we'll hear from this man, Darius Garland, on the importance of the season.
Darius Garland going at it isn't anything new. They've been competing against each other since high school. Darius said he was looking forward to how fun tonight's matchup would be, but he also said it's not lost on him that the two best teams in the league are from small market teams and are taking center stage here.
It's cool to have, especially since we don't get the recognition that we get. I know that's been a topic for like the last week or so. So this moment today is going to be super cool, just having two small market teams and two teams in the top of the league going at it. So it should be a fun battle.
Yeah, and he's exactly right. It should be a fun battle. And yeah, that's the thing that this league is starting to become more aware of, is that these small market teams are very, very good. And the stars of this league lie within these small market teams. And we got to do a better job of making sure people know who they are, instead of all these guys who've been stars on these massive cities, but aren't relevant as far as winning. And so he's right, and this is fun. I love watching SGA play, tremendously talented, as well as Darius Garland.
Gilgeous Alexander, All-NBA first-teamer each of the last 2 seasons. He was last year's MVP runner-up.
Play, man.
Some big man in Denver named Jokic, as the Thunder lead is 28-22. Now 28-24 as Evan Mobley hits a mid-range jumper, and Evan's on the board.
Nice little curl play where you kind of curl right into the pocket right there. That's a nice job. Right around that free throw line. The defense is not quite set. Got to be quick, and Evan was.
Joe leaves his first 3 short. LeVert leaks out. Mitchell thought about it. Mitchell on the bounce. Joe rebounds. Joe's out here with Dort, Gilgeous Alexander, Wiggins, and Williams. Gilgeous Alexander this time works on Strus. He loves the mid-range game.
Yeah, he's excellent in the mid-range game. He'll create contact. He'll come into you and then bounce away from you. Got to have your hands up, move your feet, be underneath him and be aggressive.
What a move by Mitchell as he'll find Mobley, and Mobley gets fouled. First of all, Mitchell was able to shed a plus defender in Dort, and he wheeled right around Gilgeous Alexander to set up the play.
Yeah, you see this play a lot with Mobley as well as Jared Allen. And he's going to curl right around this nice screen. Donovan sets him a nice screen. Jared, a lot of times, will roll to the basket with that thunderous dunk. And Evan, who continues to grow his game, will stop a lot of times right around that free throw line and shoot that little jump shot.
Get the Cavs core 4 on the All-Star floor. All-Star voting driven by Kia is live. Get your votes in for Donovan, Darius, Jarrett, and this man, Evan Mobley, right now at votecavs.com. Mobley has already drawn 3 fouls here in this first quarter, as the Hartenstein has re-entered. Mobley splits the pair. Thunder 30, Cavs 25 as we approach the final minute of the first. Gilgeous Alexander works on LeVert. Keeps his dribble, stops, fades away from 15. Poked by Niang and grabbed by Mobley.
Good defense by Caris LeVert. Very aggressive with Alexander, who's very aggressive with the basketball, ironically.
LeVert works on Gilgeous Alexander, and how about that pass to Niang? Niang, however, could not lay it in.
Nice pass by LeVert. That was a great play. George just wasn't quite expecting that pass.
LeVert almost picked off the Dort effort. Gilgeous Alexander from the Cavalier logo. They'll wait for a Dort screen. To the foul line he goes. Gilgeous Alexander leans and misses. Hartenstein with the offensive rebound. He gets fouled. The foul is called on the floor. It's on the Cavaliers' Niang.
Isaiah Hartenstein grabbed Mobley's jersey and pull him down. Getting that rebound, and there's the foul. Watch this drive here. It gives a nice pump fake. Nobody fouls, and Hartenstein's got a hold of Evan's jersey. Gives him a good pull down.
He signed a healthy 3-year free agency deal over the summer. Became a full-time starter last season with the Knicks after that injury to Mitchell Robinson, and just made a major impact on the Knicks defense. Changed the complexion of that Knicks interior. Had a marked effect upon that team's success.
I mean, I think he's the most improved player in the league thus far. He has been remarkable, talking about Hartenstein, and the efforts he's given this basketball team on the offensive end. Defensively, he's always been tough, physical, but he has played fantastic on the offensive. He's a two-way threat. You have to guard him, and he's legit every night.
Levert is badgered by Aaron Wiggins. Halfway down the alley. Rebounded by Joe. Final seconds, first quarter. Gilgeous-Alexander with a leading 3. 12 minutes complete from downtown Cleveland. Donovan Mitchell and the Cavaliers trail by 7. The Cavs were led by Jared Allen with a couple of dunks. Max Strus with a couple of threes. As off we go, East versus West, the two top teams in action.
Cavalier, Austin Carr, and Austin, what'd you see after that exciting first quarter?
Well, it looked like both teams are feeling each other out. But the one thing for sure, you can't have too many negative possessions. This is like a playoff game. Each possession counts.
Yeah, look, we know that OKC's one of their biggest strengths is turning you over. They did force turnovers in that first quarter. Definitely got to clean it up there, right?
You got to clean that up, because if you take care of that, you're going to get a lot of good open shots. So you got to take care of the ball.
Yeah, one of the other things I did notice, the bigs did do a good job defensively. OKC, look, they're known for those paint points, right? But just 5 of 13 in the paint there, guys.
This is only the 8th time in this the 36th game of the season. The Cavs have trailed going into the second. Cavs have won 5 of those previous 7 games. As off we go here in quarter number 2. We'll set the lineups for you in just a moment. As here's Williams. He'll relay and find Dort. Here's Kenrich Williams, the third Williams to appear for the Thunder, as he'll launch a long 2 and hit. Isaac Okoro is a welcome sight back on the floor for the Cavaliers. He missed a number of weeks with a shoulder injury. As the Niang shot doesn't go, Mobley with a terrific rebound. He hauled in the one-arm board and keeps the possession alive.
Yeah, it is good to see Isaac back on the court. He's having this tremendous start to the season before he hurt that shoulder, so hopefully he can pick right back up, shoot that basketball, playing a tough defense.
Strus, unaccounted for, hits his 3rd 3 of this first half.
Good ball movement again for the Cavs. Strus feeling it tonight. He's got that shot going, so got to keep going through it.
Max could be a dangerous man when he gets hot. Last season he had 10 games where he hit 5 or more threes. That Dort triple wasn't close. Kenrich Williams hits the deck, so does Strus. Cavalier ball.
Great hustle by Max Strus. Ball movement just paramount on both ends of the floor. Donovan makes a nice pass to Isaac. Isaac makes sure that ball gets to Max Strus.
Mobley muscles through Hartenstein. He puts it up and in, and Evan Mobley has a chance for the three-point play.
Just playing big boy ball down on that block. Evan Mobley just not going anywhere. He takes the Hartenstein and puts him in the basket, which is difficult to do. A couple years ago in New York, he could not do that. Tonight, it's a different story. Evan Mobley setting up shop down there where the big boys play.
Strus has been in constant motion. Also credit Strus because he got that basketball quickly, moved it into the corner, and the Cavs got that ball down low to Mobley, where Mobley could go to work one-on-one.
All about pace. No matter, even if the other team is fast, you still want to go at them hard to make sure whatever they're doing, they have to doing it at the top speed. That's where you make mistakes.
Hartenstein, he'll float. Mobley played him step for step. Rebounded by Niang. Now it's Mitchell. Mitchell into the forecourt. Took a bump from Dort. And Dort picks up the foul.
I'll tell you what, Dort is an excellent defender. He can match Donovan strength for strength as well. He stays in front of Donovan very well. Look at him move his feet. And that's a big guy. 6'7", 235 pounds, you know, and he's gonna give Donovan all he wants, but I think the Spider, it's gonna ignite him. This physical defense that's being played on him.
Jordan's become an elite 3-and-D guy. He always had the D, but he's added the 3 recently as Mobley inside had it knocked away. Strus rescues back, it goes to Mitchell. Inside, Mobley's there. Mobley pump fakes and gets fouled.
Well, I love the fact that Donovan, who had a shot, went right back down the stairs to the posted up Evan Mobley. That is outstanding. Get those points in the paint. We got to establish that territory instead of trying to outshoot them. Before Evan's last basket, you know, we went 5 minutes and 16 seconds without a point in the paint. So we got to change that. We're too big of a team, too good.
Mobley hits his first as we pause for a word from Kia.
The Kia Sorento X Pro and Turbo Hybrid.
John Michael, Brad Doherty, and Serena Winters, thanks so much for joining us here for this epic showdown. East versus West, two 30-win teams, just 35 games in.
Yeah, two best teams in basketball, two small markets, not the most popular teams, so you don't hear about it enough. But they're here tonight, and we got Doris Burke and Mike Breen. We got all the big names in the house. Good to see.
Williams cans a three. He has 10 quick points. Jalen Williams might be the best player that a lot of people have never heard of
yeah,
in the NBA.
He was really good. Very talented young man. Shoots the ball, defends extremely well. Does a little bit of everything very well. Very good defender with his size as well. So you're exactly right. But he can shoot the lights out of it.
He's only in his third season. He's averaging 21 points a game. There's Isaac Okoro. Okoro knocked it away from Hartenstein, and then Hartenstein fouled him to pick up his second. I'm sure that's one the big man would like to have back.
Good play. That ball comes. Hartenstein gets a little bit casual with catching that basketball instead of grasping it in two hands aggressively. He's already turning and looking, and that just goes to Isaac Okoro, right place, right time. That's good defensive mindset.
Ty Jerome is checked in. He's on the carousel. He'll dump off to Mobley, and Mobley crushes it home.
Evan Mobley's dominating that paint. Last three shots, all within 6 feet of that basket. He knows where he's supposed to be, and that's where he set up shop.
Ty Jerome quickly making an impact as there was Isaac Okoro guarding Jalen Williams. Now Kenny Atkinson has that extra defender at his disposal. Mitchell knifes to the basket. Ran out of real estate, rebounded by Wiggins. Wiggins in toward Mobley. Dumps back to Williams. Williams back into Wiggins, who banks it in. And Kenny Atkinson wants a timeout. 8:45 remains here in the second quarter. This has been the season of Evan Mobley. Mobley once again inside, flexes his muscles, and throws it down.
And that matters, stacking experiences as a group, figuring things out, having to persevere through adversities, falling down and having to get back up, sticking with it. All of those things can lead to breakthroughs, and I think there's probably some of that going on. Their players have grown. They still have young players that are still forming. Mobley is the guy I have in mind there. But yeah, there's no rules on who can be a good team. They've figured out a formula with this particular group of guys that's been very effective for them.
That's our Rocket Mortgage Built for Success thought of the night. Evan Mobley is the high man for the Cavs with 10 points. Mark Daigneault would know. He is a team that's similarly situated.
Yeah.
They've been around together for a couple of seasons. They're starting to work their way up in terms of postseason performances. Each of these teams was knocked out in the second round just a season ago, as meanwhile Ty Jerome banks and scores. Expectations continue to grow in both Oklahoma City and Cleveland.
Yeah, the only thing I would disagree a little bit on is you do have tremendous players, and these guys, the ability to keep those players together. And he talked about the tenure, which is important, but it's also tenured players that are very, very talented.
Kenrich Williams looks for an opening. There was none, but he'll find a teammate in Wallace, however, and Keeson Wallace banks and scores. Wallace, a second-year man out of Kentucky, was inserted into the rotation as a rookie a season ago as Jerome cuts and Streets finds it.
Ty Jerome is such a smart basketball player. He puts himself in position where his teammates can see him and gives them an outlet. And that time it was an outlet leading to the basket. Great pass by Max Strus. Smart play by Ty Jerome.
Jerome accounts for 6 quick points on 3 straight possessions, 2 buckets and an assist as Kenrich Williams fades away. He's the elder statesman of the bunch in his 7th season out of TCU. Once again, it's Ty Jerome as Jerome with instant impact.
Hey, Ty Jerome had the defender on his hip. Thought that was a foul. Looked like a foul from here, but he did a great job. The guy was hanging off of him.
Williams draws the foul. Wow. You hear the reaction from this Cavalier crowd.
See this pick right here, this little pick and roll, you throw that thing up top to Jarrett, but Hartenstein just totally goes right to Jarrett and leaves a wide open Ty Jerome on the backdoor cut, but his man's hand is looking at the basketball as well. Great basketball IQ.
So here is Williams. Here's the foul that neither Allen nor Okoro was thrilled about, and there you see why.
Yeah, I mean, you see why on the other end, Ty Jerome had a guy hanging off of him as he shot the basketball and made the basket. You know, just more consistency.
Williams was selected 12th overall out of Santa Clara, considered a late bloomer in college. Spent 3 seasons under Herb Sendek with the Broncos of the West Coast Conference. Here's Jerome, he draws another foul. Boy, he checks in, and right away it's the Ty Jerome show.
Very aggressive. I like his aggressiveness. You know, he's looking to score that basketball, and as that becomes what teams recognize, or OKC recognizes, then he'll start being able to make passes and get his teammates freed up.
The Thunder are already over the limit. More good news. That's the second on Williams. Wallace and Hartenstein also have been saddled with 2. You can secure your spot for next season's Cavs United memberships by placing your deposit right now. Your membership will unlock ticket exchanges, flexible payments, exclusive events, a dedicated lounge, and more. Deposits are non-refundable and can be placed at Cavs.com/enroll.
I told you I'm a dedicated lounge guy.
Yeah.
That's a big deal.
Sounds excellent.
Yeah.
Dedicated too.
I can do some dedicated lounging. Really good at that.
7:11 to go here in the second. One of many perks you get as a Cavs United.
That's a great deal. What if I can just leave my ID? No cash, but just ID.
I think that's how it works.
Or a note saying I owe you or something like that.
I think when your number hangs in the rafters, that
maybe
applies to you regardless.
I might
you should look into that.
I might work that. See if I can work
Get your agent on it. Gilgeous-Alexander steps back. He has 10 first half points. His Thunder on a 46-42 lead. Under 7 to go in the second quarter. Garland works it off to Allen. That was a terrific feed as Allen got fouled. That foul is on Wallace, who picks up his third. That pass may have looked easy. It was not.
No, it was not an easy pass, and it was the correct pass because look how wide open that lane is. So either defender did not make the appropriate adjustment to Jarrett cutting, which is difficult because, and I'll tell you why, is because Darius is such a great ball handler. And the guy guarding him is saying, I cannot step away from him because he can handle it and shoot it. So it puts so much pressure on the defense. Therefore drawing the foul. Nice job.
Here on Sunday in the Cavs' steady 115-105 win over Charlotte. Allen recorded his 20th double-double of the season. 19 points, 11 rebounds. He was 9 of 10 from the field.
Wow.
Grabbed 5 offensive rebounds, blocked a couple of shots.
Yeah, he's every night. I mean, the guy's just fantastic every night. So consistent.
Long distance three by Isaiah Joe is no good. Allen gobbles up that rebound. And out trots Okoro. We approach the midway point of the second. Give it to Ty Jerome. Why not? Jerome lost at that time. Wallace will feed Joe. Wallace plays with 3 fouls here. 6:05 to go in the second. Here is Wallace, and he hits a 3.
And one thing that's been consistent with this Oklahoma City team is every time we've had a turnover, they go make baskets. They go make something happen. So we got to be really cognizant of that. We heard AC talking about that at the break. Got to do a better job taking care of that ball, make sure we at least get a good shot.
Garland dancing with that basketball. Alley-oops for Allen, and Allen does the rest.
And that's a good shot. Great patience, great poise by the Cavaliers.
Talk about those points off turnovers. Oklahoma City scores over 22 a night.
Wow,
that's a big number.
That's a lot of points.
That's in and out for Gilgeous-Alexander. It's a 4-point game. It's been tight throughout. If you're just joining us, as Garland between the circles, angles off an Allen screen. Those two have developed such a chemistry as he'll sling one off to Jerome. Back it goes to Dean Wade. Wade salvages the possession. Plays it to Okoro. Allen with another offensive rebound. Gives to Garland. Garland fires and knocks it down.
Yeah, give Jared Allen a ton of credit on that. He kept that possession alive.
We talked about the chemistry between point guard and center, Garland and Allen, and it's on display here in quarter number 2 as these teams punch and counterpunch in the second quarter. Other in terms of talent, so tightly contested. Hustle plays can so often make the difference. As we take a look at our Alson Jewelers time to celebrate moment. Jared Allen hits that offensive glass, finds Garland in the corner as the Cavs just on the other side of the break trim this Thunder lead all the way down to 1.
Yeah, the difference becomes the little things, and at the end of the day, the little things add up to possessions. And this is a possession-oriented game. You have to out-possession your opponent because that gives you opportunity for volume. And today's game is so much about volume of shot. When you make mistakes and you don't get a shot, and the other team goes down and makes a shot, you're almost 2 baskets behind. So got to be careful, got to be smart.
Gilgeous-Alexander ran out of options. He had it knocked away. LeVert the other way gives the Cavaliers the lead.
Great transition, break opportunity. Cavs took advantage. Now that's the Cavs doing what OKC does very well, transition and taking advantage of turnovers for points.
Cavs have really picked it up in the shooting department here in the second quarter. An offensive rebound, however, by Isaiah Joe. Key possession for the Thunder. The Cavs shot it at 41% in the first. They're over 60% here in the second as Gilgeous-Alexander gets loose and dunks.
Can't give them second chance opportunities. They're very consistent at taking advantage of mistakes. Oh, man, by the opponent, wow.
The illegal screen is called on the Cavaliers' Dean Wade. These are the top 2 teams in creating points off turnovers. The Cavs pick up a couple here.
Yeah, Jared Allen being a disruptor in there. Good job by Darius getting that thing out front. Karis LeVert taking advantage of that turnover, making it a bucket. That's a 2-for-1 when you take advantage of a turnover and get something out of it.
Donovan Mitchell back in the ball game. Interesting lineup here for the Cavs. Gilgeous-Alexander finds Dort. Dort gets run off the line by Mobley. He'll give to Hartenstein, whose shot puts it up and in. The Cavs have both big men on the floor, along with Donovan Mitchell, Darius Garland, and Karis LeVert. Thunder by 3. Mobley works on Williams. Uses all that range, does Mobley. He now has a dozen.
I like the fact that he took his time. Did it quickly, but it took his time. It was that very controlled explosiveness at where he was going to get that shot.
It's just so long and difficult to contain, and that's on Hartenstein. That's his third. Credit Donovan Mitchell. If he doesn't try to fight hard over that screen, no foul is called, and now Mark Daigneault has a decision to make as his starting center has just picked up his third.
Boy, he came in and set a big screen on Donovan. He really gave him a shot. If he hadn't rolled, if Hartenstein hadn't rolled away from that, he may have gotten away with not getting the foul, but when he hit him like that, he's almost moving.
And that one hurts as Hartenstein will head off to the Thunder bench. He's replaced by one of the Jalen Williams. So both Jalen Williams are on the floor. Gilgeous-Alexander, Joe, and Dort complete the Thunder 5. LeVert's open. LeVert fires. Allen got hauled down. I think that's on Gilgeous-Alexander. It is, and it's his second. The Thunder have been over the limit for a handful of minutes here, so Allen will return to the line. That clearly is a restriction of movement foul on Shea.
He's got him by the back there and gives him a little tug and tries to get away from him, but too little too late.
Allen rattles in his first. We're tied at 53. Jared Allen steady. 10 points, 3 rebounds. He also has a team-high 4 assists. The Cavaliers here in this first half have dished out 17 assists on 19 field goals. Sensational percentage as Gilgeous-Alexander wants to drive. He'll stop, fire, and score.
Yeah, they played well. It's just they're playing against a team that's just as good as they are. So it's going to be the little things that separate. How do you do that? What does it look like? I don't think there's going to be any huge runs in this game. I think you just got to have consistency and poise to have an opportunity.
LeVert gets picked up by Williams on the switch. The shot clock shows 5. LeVert wants to go to work. He'll throw on the brakes. Tough shot. Allen with another offensive rebound. It was knocked away, though, by Dort. Here goes Dort.
Nice
rolling into the forecourt, but he lost the ball.
Great rebound by Jared Allen, and good play by OKC, knocking that ball away without a foul. So
Mitchell. He'll work on Dort. Had him leaning the wrong way. LeVert saves it, gets it back to Mobley. Mobley angles inside, but he got called for trouble. So the Cavs give it back Kenny Atkinson looks on. This is a Thunder team that does not have a lot of weaknesses. However, rebounding has been an issue.
What was the travel in that? Did you see a travel?
I think if you go off one leg, you have to come down on two and vice versa. As Gilgeous-Alexander again got stripped. Here's Mitchell. Mitchell has his head up. Dumps off to the trailer, Garland. That was knocked away by Joe. Gilgeous-Alexander.
That was really good defensive posture by OKC, getting in the way of that dribble.
Garland on the bounce. What a pass inside. And Donovan Mitchell. Dort's hot as Lou got called for the foul.
Let's examine it here. Good pass. Look at that right through the middle. I didn't think that it was a foul because the ball went up. If the ball went down, oh yeah, he got him on the hand. Used to always try to explain that to our officials when we played against the great Michael Jordan. He would always slap at the ball.
Mitchell sinks his first as we remind you that Cavs basketball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by MGM Northfield Park, featuring world-class gaming, dining, racing, and entertainment. Find your fun at MGM Northfield Park, and by your Chevy network dealers. Those are Mitchell's first 2 points of the first half, under 2 to go. Thunder 57, Cavs 56. We've seen Donovan do this before. Play the role of distributor, do the little things in the first half before coming on in the scoring department in half number 2. They're going to reverse the call. This will be Cavaliers basketball, and credit Mitchell there as he was up at the point of attack defensively.
Yeah, really good defense by Donovan, being very aggressive on that backcourt, making him make a tough pass. He was right there, almost got a steal.
Mitchell works on Isaiah Joe, gets inside, finds Mobley. Mobley for 3. Allen's underneath, and he lays it in.
Oh, job by Jared Allen cleaning that up. Evan got hit a little bit low there and couldn't quite get his legs.
Williams got hooked by Mitchell. The Cavs had one to give. Seems to be one of those games where Jared Allen is everywhere.
Yeah.
He certainly has been here in this first half. And remember, the Thunder are without Isaiah Hartenstein. He headed to the bench with a little over 6 minutes remaining in this second quarter as he picked up his 3rd foul. Chet Holmgren, a pelvis injury early in the season, played only 10 games. He is expected back before the end of the year. Certainly, of course, lose some size with Big Chet out of the lineup as Williams spins it back to Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll lean and miss. Allen grabs another rebound. That's his 6th.
And he altered that shot by Gilgeous-Alexander. He tried to shoot over Jarrett, and that just ain't happening.
Mitchell weaves his way inside. Allen got a hand on it. Out sprints Williams. Back and forth we go.
Yeah, this is a who flinches first type basketball game. Nice pass.
Mobley to Allen. Allen leads the Cavs in scoring, rebounding, and assists. Here in this first half, he has 15 points on just 6 shots from the field. Gilgeous-Alexander can't hit. That's rebounded by Mitchell. He checks the shot clock, and there's a 6-second difference between game clock and shot clock. It's the kind of half you expect from 230-win teams.
I agree 100%. This has been a difficult game.
Mitchell! Right down the teeth of the defense. He hammers it home with an explosive dunk.
The Spider attacks. Wasn't expecting that. They thought he would back off that crossover shot. Slammed that baby home.
Dort a contested 3, and that's the way you want to end a half. Right there, the Cavs get a couple of stops, a big Donovan Mitchell dunk. These teams have gone toe-to-toe throughout the first 2 quarters. Neither team has blinked. Mitchell right down the lane, just gorgeous, as his Cavaliers take a 3-point lead into the locker room.
Yeah, this is what I anticipated as far as the type of game we would see. There's not going to be big runs in this basketball game. You're going to have to play your best basketball each possession and out, just like a chess match. Whoever's left standing will be the winner.
Max Strus and the Cavaliers put 37 on the Thunder in the second quarter, and now Max joins Serena.
Thanks, John. Max, just describe the intensity of this first half for you guys.
Yeah. Sorry, 36th game of the year, but it feels like a playoff atmosphere in here. It's a lot of fun. We came, we brought it. They're a good team, though. We got to buckle down and be better on the defensive end in the second half.
Hey, what are the little things that can separate this team coming out of halftime?
We just got to keep them out of our paint, protect our paint, keep forcing them into tough twos, and then get out and run in transition.
Appreciate you.
No problem.
Coming up on the Ken Game, the Kia halftime report, AC and Kaylee taking a look at the first half. Brad's got a breakdown, and I've got an assistant coach, all coming up right here on FanDuel Sports Network.
We welcome you back to the start of the third quarter. Cavaliers 62, Thunder 59. Williams finds Hartenstein. Floated up and floated in. John Michael, Brad Doherty, and Serena Winters. Thanks so much for joining us on this Wednesday evening as Darius Garland will find Dean Wade. These teams start the second half the way they started the ball game as Garland thought about a three, goes to Mitchell for a long-range triple that's rebounded by Gilgeous-Alexander.
Yeah, I think the Cavs figured a little something out in that second quarter. 12 big points in the paint. Did a good job of getting a lot of good point-blank shots with Evan Mobley being aggressive around that basket. Got to continue that.
Hartenstein with another floater. That's his game.
I'm telling you, he's the most improved player in the league. I mean, he has absolutely turned himself into one heck of a center, and it's just been remarkable to watch.
There's one heck of a center as well as Jared Allen twists and scores. Allen's fine night continues. He has 17 points, 6 rebounds, and 4 assists. He leads the Cavs in all 3 of those categories. Williams steps back for 3. That's tipped. The foul is called. It's on Mitchell. Moments ago, Serena caught up with Cavs assistant coach Trevor Hendry.
Thanks, Sean. Coach, J.A. and Evan had phenomenal first halves. What were you guys able to manipulate defensively to find that advantage?
Yeah, it helps that they're just bigger than them too, right? Like, you know, we know that they play small just because of their personnel, and they're not a great defensive rebounding team, so the emphasis of those 2 guys to keep putting pressure on their defensive glass.
What's one factor that you think this game's going to come down to in the end for you guys?
Our ability to keep them off the free throw line, take care of the ball on offense, and again, to punish them down low in the paint and on the offensive glass.
I love it. I asked for 1, you gave me 3.
Got it.
Guys.
Mobley with a terrific finish of a sensational Garland feed. After a Gilgeous-Alexander scoop and score the last time down. Cavs by 1, opening minutes, third quarter. Williams floats, scores, and gets fouled. Williams now has 15. Here's that feed by Garland.
Yeah, beautiful pass by Darius. And then you come down the end. With the drive, Donovan got caught on the backside. Hard foul.
The foul is on Mitchell. It is his 3rd, so he's the first Cavalier with 3. Wallace and Hartenstein each have 3 for the Thunder. Garland is pressured by Cason Wallace. Now picked up by Hartenstein on the switch. Off it goes to Wade. Donovan Mitchell works on Gilgeous-Alexander. The shot clock now shows 5. Mitchell down the alley, puts it up. Allen's there for the rebound. He had it slapped away. Williams glides into the forecourt. Dumps off to Hartenstein. He banks and scores. Hartenstein now has a dozen as Kenny Atkinson stomps onto the floor, and he is really giving it to crew chief John Goebel. He thought there should have been a foul at the other end as Allen went up for the shot. It's a good one brewing here inside Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse as we take a look at the live odds courtesy of FanDuel. You can take the Thunder minus 2.5 right now at minus 108. You get 2.5 for the Cavs at minus 120. Over under 236.5. Over plays at minus 118. Under at minus 110. It has been a back and forth affair. 17 lead changes. The largest lead for either club has been 9. About what we expected.
Yeah,
Brad Doherty coming in.
I thought it would be a possession game, like I said originally. You know, you're gonna match possessions with this basketball team, and mistakes will be, you know, the thing at the end that will be exacerbated. So you got to do the best you can to play mistake-free basketball and be aggressive and be smart. And we've seen a lot of that on both sides of the basketball. That's why it's such a close game right now, 4-point ball game.
Points off turnovers. Cavs have the advantage, 12-10. Always critical against this Thunder team. Garland, teardrop, he scores and gets fouled as Darius Garland has a chance for the three-point play.
Well, he turned the corner and no one stepped to help. He goes right by Alexander, got fouled right there, got fouled again. Nice job, but Darius not stopping to look to pass the basketball. No one came to help. Hartenstein's a little bit late getting there. We see that teardrop every night.
Gilgeous-Alexander becomes the third Thunder player with 3 fouls, joining Wallace and Hartenstein. We're early in the third. The Thunder lead is 1. Gilgeous-Alexander gets to the foul line, fires over Wade. Gilgeous-Alexander has taken 20 shots, and he has 20 points. Cavs have made him work. Here's Mitchell, he'll relay to Garland. Garland works on Williams, turns the corner, another teardrop, a block is called, and Garland has another chance for 3.
That could be 4 on Alexander, right?
More good news. Gilgeous-Alexander, and here he is on the other end with a 15-footer. I wonder if he had feet in the restricted area. Brad, he did. Both heels were in. If you're newer to the game, you can't draw a charge in there. So that is 4 on the Thunder's premier player. Garland with back-to-back traditional three-point plays has tied this game at 72. Wallace bounces off to Hartenstein. Williams comes and gets it. He's defended by Mitchell. Tough shot.
Oh, really tough shot. Well, good defense by the Cavaliers. Made him put that basketball up and shoot it, fading away, going laterally. That's a tough shot.
Wade for 3, and the lead. Got it! Dean Wade has taken only 3 shots. He has hit all 3, and he has 8 points as Wade has given the Cavs a 75-74 lead. Mobley defended. Allen with the steal. Here comes Mitchell. Mitchell for 3. Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander works on Allen. That's his first triple on his 6th three-point attempt. Thunder 77, Cavaliers 75. Mobley works on Williams. Pirouettes a number of times. He'll find Wade. Wade again. He's got another.
Excellent ball movement by the Cavaliers. Evan Mobley could have easily shot that basketball, maybe even drawn a foul, but picked a better route, better shot. Wide open, Dean Wade scores again.
Hartenstein appeared to travel as he dumped off to Wallace, and the Cavs bench is Levitt. Just Levitt. Garland angles off an Allen screen. A contested 3 is tipped by Allen. Allen got grabbed by Hartenstein. So the fouls are really starting to mount for the Thunder. Hartenstein has picked up his 4th. Gilgeous-Alexander already has 4. Did he travel? You be the judge. Kenny's still hot. Garland to trigger. Mobley inside. Gives to Allen. How about that? Big to big. And Hartenstein basically ducked Brad, knowing he's playing out with 4 fouls.
He had no choice but to get out of the way. Great attack by Evan as well as Jarrett. Both very aggressive.
Might as well go at him. Dort. He'll look to penetrate. He got cut off. Hartenstein tries to display some range. It thuds off the backboard. The Cavs have the basketball and an 80-79 lead. Garland tears down the lane, scores with the left hand.
About the aggressiveness of Garland going in, leaning in with that shoulder, shooting a tough shot.
Garland gets a delay of game warning because he headed the basketball after it went through. Can't touch it once it goes through that iron.
He's having a little fun. Tough shot by Darius Garland. Good job.
Garland all of a sudden has 16 points and 5 assists. Here's Williams. Williams picked up by Garland. Looks to penetrate again across the lane. Finds Hartenstein. Just has that little floater.
He does.
Shot-putting type motion.
And you forget every time he's left-handed. You know, you go for that right hand, and he just shoots that little shot put.
Garland off to Allen. Allen takes his time. He got Hartenstein in the air. Another patient move by Allen, who's having another ultra-efficient evening. He's 8 of 10. Williams, he got fouled by Garland. Garland wants an explanation. Allen has been under control all night.
Yeah, he's going right at Hartenstein. Hartenstein has nothing to do with it. Gets the arm hook there. They're really good at sticking that arm underneath and grasping the defender's arm, drawing the foul.
This Thunder team features a number of elite drivers, led by Gilgeous-Alexander and Williams. Wallace, he'll bounce off and find Dort challenge Allen. Bad idea. Here come the Cavaliers with numbers. Garland off to LeVert. Extra pass to Strus. Hey! Knocks it down.
Big transition basket. Great defense by the Cavaliers leading to that opportunity, taking full advantage.
Max Strus has drilled 4 triples. The Cavaliers make it happen on the defensive end as Jarrett Allen with the rejection on the Dort shot. The Cavs are on a 9-2 run as the turf war between the top dogs in each conference continues.
I've been playing against Shay since high school, though. So we always had these battles. Yeah, but tonight it's going to be super fun. Hopefully a lot of highlights and some fun stuff so people can watch and see.
Well, Garland and Gilgeous-Alexander certainly have provided ample highlights tonight in what has been a beauty here in Cleveland so far.
They've absolutely put on a show on both ends of the floor, and it's just been a heavyweight battle, a big-time brawl between these two teams. A lot of fun thus far. Got a lot of basketball left. Let's see how it all shakes out.
Isaiah Joe out of the timeout. He fires a 3. That's his first triple. It trims the Cavs lead to 87-84. We passed the midway point of the third quarter as Garland throws on the break. Allen, another offensive rebound. It's his 5th, and he hammers it home. What a brilliant night for Jarrett Allen.
Yeah, he just pinned Isaiah Hartenstein under that basket. It just pushed him out of the way, took that basketball from him. Great job by Jarrett Allen.
Joe misses badly. Bounce pass by Strus was too ambitious, picked off by Williams. Williams gallops down the lane, draws a foul. That was the Cavs' first turnover of this third quarter, a third in which they've hit 11 of 16 shots. Serena was back behind the Cavalier huddle at that last timeout. Serena, what do you have?
Yeah, the message was simple. Just keep wearing them down. No middle, no back doors. And look, Jarrett Allen has been doing a great job protecting that rim all night. Kenny said, look, man, just keep that up.
Kenny, as he has done all season, has gone 10 deep. The Thunder basically 8.5 deep. They played 8, plus Kenrick Williams has played a couple of minutes. As Kia has a slam dunk deal for you. Buy or lease a new Kia now and receive 2 Cavs tickets to an upcoming game. Visit Cavs.com/Kia for full details. Cavs 89, Thunder 85. Allen watched by Hartenstein, who plays with 4 fouls. Wanted LeVert. Now he goes to Wade. That was knocked away from Dean. Dean up near the timeline. Shot clock now running awfully low. He turned it over. Picked up by Wallace. So this is what the Thunder have done all season long. They turn teams over on a regular basis. They own the top-ranked defense in the NBA. The Cavs, meanwhile, have the top-ranked offense in the league. Cavs 89, Thunder 87. Allen from the foul line, Strus underneath. LeVert off the Wade. He's open. Allen with a weak side rebound, his 6th offensive board. And he got fouled. If that's on Hartenstein, it's 5. No, it's going to be on Joe from behind.
His first team score.
This man has been omnipresent here tonight, Jarrett Allen.
That was a huge rebound. I mean, that was a huge rebound. Allen's just been absolutely like a Wolverine around that basket, man. He is not messing around tonight. He is getting after these guys.
And that was a possession that appeared doomed.
It was, and he saved it again. He does that all the time.
Allen has his 21st double-double of the season. You see the efficiency there in his numbers. Third in the league in field goal percentage. This is already the 8th time this season. He's had a 20-10-5 game. Cavs by 3. Williams bounces off to Hartenstein. The Cavs throw a zone in here. Williams behind the back, works on Strus, settles for a long 2. It's well defended. Hartenstein pokes it to himself in traffic. Bounces off to a cutter in Williams. He banks and misses, but gets fouled.
I really like that zone look by the Cavaliers, though. Make it a little bit more difficult to get a clean look because you're defending areas. You see the foul there on Dean. Gets him with the potty.
Williams rattles in his first as we pause for a word from Ken Ganley Kia.
We've got the inventory and we're making deals at Ken Ganley, Ohio's #1 Kia dealer. I want to see ya at Ken Ganley Kia.
John Michael, Brad Doherty, and Serena Winters. Thanks for joining us for this East-West showdown. 230-win teams, each on top of its respective conference. It's a one-point game with under 4 to go here in the third. Karis LeVert opens up for 3. George Niang has returned. So has Donovan Mitchell along with Evan Mobley. They join Strus and LeVert. Hartenstein hands off to Aaron Wiggins. Wiggins down the alley, high up the window. It was altered by Mobley, but Hartenstein has it again. He'll deliver to Williams. Now to Joe. Extra pass. Wiggins is open. And Wiggins gives the Thunder the lead.
Cavaliers did a good job scrambling. Just couldn't quite come up with that basketball. Hartenstein really fired out of there and kept that ball alive for him. Cavs were close to getting that possession, which would have been huge.
Niang's open for 3. Williams rebounds. Mitchell penetrated and drew a crowd as Williams to the basket. He lays it in. Williams now has 23.
Williams really runs that floor extremely well. Long young man. A lot of ability tonight.
Mitchell over the top, dumps off to LeVert. LeVert cashes in.
Nice pass by Donovan Mitchell, finding Karis LeVert. Defense collapsing towards Donovan. Giving Karis a good opportunity. The big shot by Karis.
The Cavs have hit 10 triples tonight. The Thunder 9. Hartenstein in toward Mobley. Williams for 3. Mobley grabs the weak side rebound. Mitchell with the high bounce. In toward Wallace. Took a bump with the body, and the foul is called.
Oh, nice pass from Donovan going into the middle of that lane. See, he gets a little high dribble he loves to do. The defense has no, they're trying to look at Donovan, stop the basketball. Karis just wait. Defender's a little bit late, don't want to foul.
You're going to talk about winning basketball. Donovan Mitchell in a Cavalier uniform has a record of 110-47.
Wow.
That is a 70% winning percentage.
Yeah, you get him on the floor, you got a good shot. There's no doubt about it. Better than average, no doubt about it. Shot at winning basketball games. So glad he's in Cleveland.
He's top 10 defensively in loose balls recovered. He's currently averaging a career high in three-point accuracy, well over 41%. 94 apiece. Gilgeous-Alexander is back in the ballgame. He'll work on LeVert. That pass squirts out of bounds. Well done by Karis as Karis bird dog Gilgeous-Alexander the length of the floor.
Absolutely, Karis was in his lap. He had nowhere to go. Forced him to throw an errant pass there. Good job by LeVert.
Mobley over the top finds a wide open Strus. He has another.
Max Strus has been on tonight. He's been able to, he just posts up, waits on that basketball, and teammates are finding him.
5 triples for Max Strus. 15 points in 16 minutes. Gildas Alexander off to Joe. Joe gets run off the line by Strus. Dort now. It's a running start at Strus. Shakes to the paint. Oh, he banked it in.
Wow. Good defense by the Cavs. Didn't give up any inch towards the basket. Dort just made a lucky shot. You live with that.
LeVert from the wing. Dort rebounds. Wiggins now inside. That is this game's 24th lead change.
Tell you what, just going at it. Very mature basketball team on OKC's side. They get good shots. Cavaliers just really dynamic and complex on the offensive end. Creates opportunity as well.
Mitchell continues to open up wide open threes, and that time it's LeVert who takes advantage.
Yeah, you're expecting Donovan to go off at any second, and OKC is as well, and he's just continuing to be a conduit.
Isaiah Joe missed it, rebounded, however, by Wiggins, who lays it in, and we're locked up at 100. Mitchell directs traffic. 40 ticks to go in the third. He wants a Strus screen. Uh-oh, Strus knocked down Dort. Mitchell steps back, he'll fire over Joe and drain it.
Nice job. Max Strus comes up, set a big screen. Nice job. Just real physical basketball by the Cavaliers. Big shot by Donovan.
Both teams have shot it well here in this third. Gildas Alexander got cut off, but he still hits a tough shot.
A little fadeaway he's got is hard to get to. He's so long, and he pushes so far back away from you, talking about Alexander, and the shot's so smooth. That's an interesting spacing to shoot the ball.
The shot clock is off. Mitchell looks for an opening. He'll work on Joe. Donovan Mitchell goes to work, steps back for a long two. 3 quarters are complete. Donovan Mitchell and the Cavaliers have a 1-point edge on the Oklahoma City Thunder. The 31-4 Cavs, the 30-5 Thunder. The war on the Erie Shore heads to the fourth. Thanks to Pat Farrow and our terrific production truck for those pictures and highlights. It has been tight throughout. 26 lead changes. The largest lead for either club has been 9. 12 minutes remain. The battle for supremacy in the NBA. And off we go here in the fourth.
Yeah, it's just been a bludgeoning every possession. You know, it's just hard to, either one team scores, then the other team scores. Somebody stops, the other stops. So it's just, you know, like I say, two similar basketball teams. Just it's a battle, a testament of will.
Mobley can't get it to go, and then Mobley gets called for a foul. He'll start this fourth quarter with Mitchell, Strus, LeVert, and Niang. Did he foul Dort?
We got him right there. He tried to go around behind, looked like Joe, I believe it was.
Yep, I beg your pardon. Isaiah Joe, you're right.
I could swat that ball away.
Joe's out.
I'll let that go.
He's out here with Dort, Gildas Alexander, Wiggins, and Kenrich Williams. Here is Isaiah Joe.
We talked about him earlier. He's the guy that hunts for his threes. Got to recognize that. I'm sure Coach Atkins has told these guys, you know, number 11 catches that basketball, get up on him, it's going up.
Mobley hands off to Strus. He's chased by Joe. Strus has 5 threes here tonight. LeVert works on Aaron Wiggins. Tried to send that inside to Mobley, and the Cavs get bailed out by a Kenrich Williams foul.
Under foul number 34,
Kenrich can't believe it.
His first personal, team foul in the quarter.
Comes over the back of Mobley there to get to that basketball.
Grabbed the shirt as well.
He did. That's close. I mean, if he had to grab the shirt, Mobley was losing balance a little bit. May have gotten away with it, but when he put his hand on him, that's a foul.
Isaac Okoro returns. He played 7 minutes in the first half in his return to action as George Niang buries a three.
Well, that's a big shot from George Niang. They're not expecting that. They know that's what George does, but he wasn't warm in the first half. He can make a lot of those shots. That's a big basket.
George has been strong as of late. Here's a Williams for three. That's short. Rebounded by Max Strus. Niang over his last 11 games has been shooting threes at 49%. Okoro, good play to keep that in bounds. He tiptoed the sideline and kept the possession alive. Mitchell got stripped by Joe. Dort sent it ahead to Joe. Niang fouled Dort from behind.
Dort takes off. George gives him a little pop there. Ready to foul.
No clear path or transition take. George made a legit play on the ball. That wipes out transition take. And also Donovan Mitchell is back behind the play. That takes away any possibility of a clear path foul. That foul's on Niang as he picks up another one quickly. That time he bumped Gilgeous-Alexander.
Give him a little shot there. Friendly little gesture in the neighborhood. Welcome to the neighborhood.
That's already the third team foul on the Cavs. Okoro defending Gilgeous-Alexander. Boy, it's nice to see big number 35 back in the lineup. He missed 8 games with that shoulder sprain. And he's inching him back into the lineup.
Yeah,
Okoro played 7 minutes in the first half.
If we can get back to the level he was playing. Fantastic basketball. Isaac was shooting that ball just at a remarkably high level, and his defense is always spectacular.
Mitchell draws a crowd, and we have a 3-second violation. And it's going to be on the Cavaliers.
3-second violation.
9:50 remains in this fourth quarter. Mobley planted himself inside. He thought either Mitchell would shoot it.
Wow.
Before it went back to Niang, he thought that shot was going to go up. All right, 9:45 to go. Cavs 106, Thunder 105. Gilgeous-Alexander. Back it goes to Wiggins. Wiggins down the lane, dumps off to Williams. Williams almost walked. He tried to find Jalen Williams. Out of bounds it goes. Last off Jalen. Cavs basketball.
That all happened because of Evan Mobley. They had the dribble drive by Williams, and he did not want to shoot that basketball with Evan Mobley standing around down in that lane.
Mark Daigneault is going to challenge. The question is, did it hit Niang's foot last before that ball rolled out of bounds?
Yeah, it went off of somebody's foot there. Hard to tell.
We'll check it all out when we come back. Remind you that Cavs basketball on FanDuel Sports Network is brought to you by your local Toyota dealers. For all Toyota offers, go to Toyota.com. Toyota, let's go places, and by SeatGeek, the official ticketing partner of the Cleveland Cavaliers. Jared Allen has led the Cavaliers with 24 points and 10 big rebounds. Darius Garland has gone for 16 points. Mark Daigneault on the other side of the break challenged an out-of-bounds call, and he wins that challenge. The original call was Cavs basketball, but it did hit that right foot of George Niang.
Thought I saw that out of the corner of my eye. Good call.
9:32 to go. The shot clock shows 6. Gilgeous-Alexander will trigger. He wants Williams and gets it there. Williams! Wow.
Wait a minute. I mean, that looked like there was some steps. If I got to see that again, that was an incredible play. Did he establish? He had that pivot foot established, but looked like took a couple steps.
Ty Jerome has checked in. He gave the Cavs a big boost as Strus works his way to the basket. He flips it up and in over Williams. Started to say that Cavaliers, Ty Jerome gave the Cavaliers a big boost off the bench in the first half. He scored 7 points in 6 minutes. Dished out an assist. Williams lost it. Cavs ball. It was Strus who defended.
So you're talking about this call was called on Evan Mobley earlier as a walk. The same thing.
Cavs 108, Thunder 107. Mobley Guarded by Kenrich Williams. Goes to Strus, gets it back. Mobley takes his time and lays it in.
Very smart. He did. He gathered himself. Knew there was no one that could stop him. Didn't make that extra pass. Went ahead and did the thing. Want to be selfish sometimes with that basketball.
Kenrich Williams rebounded by Mobley. Max Strus missed the first 9 weeks with an ankle injury. This has been his best game by far. Here goes Mitchell. He had it knocked away. The ball will stay with the Cavs, as here was a terrific feed by Max Strus, who already has 5 threes in his back pocket.
Yeah, he usually comes off firing, and the defense is expecting him. They're trying to make sure he doesn't cut that corner or get too far out because he shoots so quick. Create a huge gap. Nice pass.
Mitchell finds Strus through the hands of Mobley. It went. Gilgeous-Alexander. Watch here by Strus, picked up by Ty Jerome. Under 8 to go. Gilgeous-Alexander tries to draw a foul, and he gets it. That is number 4 on the Cavs here in this 4th quarter. So the Thunder will shoot free throws the rest of the way as Darius Garland, Jared Allen, and Dean Wade file back into the ball game. Wallace and Hartenstein return for OKC. Wallace finds Gilgeous-Alexander. Picked up by Garland and Jerome, and Jerome with the steal. Here goes Ty Jerome. Jerome to the bucket, lays it up and lays it in.
I'll tell you, that's just a typical Ty Jerome high IQ basketball play. Stood right there defensively, didn't leave his post, and stole that basketball. Nice job.
A 3 is no good, out of bounds, last off of Coro. The Cavs threw a zone in the last 2 times down and paid off with this Jerome steal.
That's just being very disciplined by Ty Jerome right there. He goes over to help. Doesn't leave that post, doesn't leave that position to wander back to his guy. Then he gets his hand on that basketball, and then we've seen him just be magical at scoring the basketball.
The Cavaliers are on a 6-0 run, which ordinarily doesn't mean much, but on a night like tonight.
Might as well be 16-0. It's just hard to separate yourself, these 2 teams.
There have been 30 lead changes this evening.
Unbelievable.
What do you say we stick with 30 the rest of the way?
That'd be great.
7.5 to go. Hartenstein had it poked away by guess who? It's Ty Jerome.
Ty Jerome does so many things so well. He's just a guy, he plays winning basketball like you always say, John, and he's come in right now and been the difference.
Jerome at his own speed. Ty Jerome slow walks a bucket. He's a perfect 5 for 5 for 11 points in 8 minutes. The Cavs have taken a 7-point lead.
Tell you what, Ty Jerome has been a difference maker in this game. First time we've been able to take this kind of lead. And I'm going to give the credit to Ty Jerome and that guy right there, Jared Allen.
Allen with the steal. It's Garland on the hop. He'll find Jerome. And Jerome walked. Ty Jerome with his 2nd steal of this quarter. This time Hartenstein was the victim.
Yeah, really good defender. Takes a chance there. A lot of times they'll call a foul, but he did a good job hitting nothing but basketball. And then that little floater, he's got such good touch on the basketball, does Ty Jerome. Can score it effectively in a myriad of ways.
The intensity is picked up again in this building. Hartenstein. He has 16. He also has 9 rebounds and a team-high 8 assists.
Every one of them's been that left-handed hook.
Garland, cut off by Wallace, tries it again. Garland. That rebounded by Hartenstein. Gilgeous-Alexander, he banks and misses. He appeared to be out of bounds when he grabbed that ball. Wow. Off it goes to Wallace. Oh, brother.
Wow. Okay.
It's a 2-point game. 5:55 to go. Jerome from the Cavalier logo. Plays through Wade and goes and gets it back. Jerome works in on Isaiah Joe. He floats it up, he missed it. Allen gets it back to Jerome. Okoro. Allen got grabbed by Hartenstein, who's picked up his 5th. Jared Allen will not be denied.
No, not at all.
Did Gilgeous-Alexander have his foot in bounds when he touched the ball? See that again.
Out of bounds. He's standing out of bounds. We're looking right at it. I mean, it's not that difficult.
Led directly to a three is Ty Jerome in traffic. He'll float and score. Ty Jerome has simply been dazzling off the Cavalier bench. Williams, pestered by Garland. Back it goes to Gilgeous-Alexander. He'll work on Okoro. His elbow jumper is true.
Really good defense by Darius Garland there, getting up high on that screen, being very physical. Ty Jerome has just been dominant since he's come into this basketball game.
Jerome to the foul line. He gets fouled by Williams.
They have no answer for Ty Jerome, period. He is absolutely shredding these guys. Great job, Ty.
Under foul on number 8, Jalen Williams. His third.
Williams picks up his third.
Cavaliers, Ty.
He just plays at his own pace. This Ty Jerome, you can't speed him up.
He knows where he wants to go and where he wants to get to, and he just does that.
You can become an all-star today. Cavs Kids Club memberships are available for fans ages 12 and under. Visit Cavs.com/kidsclub to sign up today. This man at the line is 6 of 7 from the field, a pair of assists, a pair of steals.
And we've seen him do it multiple times throughout the season, so this is not an anomaly. This is who he is. He has been remarkable for this basketball team.
Come on, Cleveland!
Under 5 to go. Shai Gilgeous-Alexander finds Williams. Williams pedals to the paint. Lou Dort bounces inside to Hartenstein, who bobbles, puts it up, rejected by Allen.
Jared Allen just absolutely timed that perfectly, waited on him to go up and went up with him even stronger.
Donovan Mitchell, the fourth quarter is his time. They love it here inside Rocket Mortgage Fieldhouse. Cavs by 7. Just an electric atmosphere. This place is hopping. Williams, nowhere to go inside to Hartenstein. He missed it. Allen altered the shot, but back it goes to Cason Wallace. Second chance for the Thunder. Gilgeous-Alexander looks to penetrate. He'll float and score. It has just been a battle all night long. Punch after counter punch. Ty Jerome got knocked off balance. Here's Lou Dort. He'll chug into the forecourt. Dort got fouled by Donovan Mitchell.
Cavaliers shots number 45, Donovan Mitchell is 4.
See this, Hartenstein tries to clear him out, and that's just an excellent, that's a big time shot block. Point blank on your man. Get to the other end, Donovan Mitchell. It's getting to be winning time, makes a big bucket. Great separation by the Cavaliers.
So here's Lou Dort. He's an 80% free throw shooter. 3:44 to go. The Cavaliers have not lost since December 8th. The Thunder have not lost since December 1st. Listen to that ovation.
Well, that young man deserves one. Ty Jerome absolutely lit this place up. Nice job, Ty. Great job. Great effort.
Dort makes both. Ty Jerome heads to the Cavalier bench with 15 points, 8 of which came in this fourth quarter. Allen off to Mobley. They can make that look so easy. Over the top to Allen. Mobley bursts out of the corner. Cavs by 5.
Yeah, they make it look easy, and it's not. That's a difficult pass for Jared to make, and he does it effortlessly. Great communication.
That's assist number 6 for Allen. He runs Dort off the line. Good play by Wallace to keep that ball inbound. Dort looks to penetrate, has to stop because Allen was there. Tipped high into the air as Mobley took it away from Hartenstein.
Jared Allen changed and altered that shot. Give him a lot of credit. Nice rebound by Evan. It's all about grasping and getting possessions these next 3 minutes.
Garland looks for an opening. He's guarded by Gilgeous-Alexander. Garland on the bounce. Got Gilgeous-Alexander to reach. He'll float it up. It's tipped and grabbed by Dort. 2:45 to go. Gilgeous-Alexander downhill. Mobley cut him off. Williams thought about a three. Strus is out there, however. Gilgeous-Alexander again gets the foul called. John Coble says it's on the floor. However, that's academic as the Cavs are over the limit. So Gilgeous-Alexander will shoot free throws when we come back. Great theater here in downtown Cleveland.
A couple of big block shots. He's just been dominant in that paint, just not yielding at all. And the communication between he and Jared Allen on those multiple alley-oop plays has been fun to watch. And watching this transpire over the last couple of seasons, these guys are becoming unstoppable. They have dominated that interior, and we're going to need more of that over these next 2 minutes.
Arkia in-game player profile highlights the Cavs' 2 starting bigs. 42 points is one thing, but how do you like 18 rebounds, 13 combined assists, both men ultra efficient this evening. As down the stretch we come with 2:33 to go, the Cavs cling to a 123-118 lead. Gilgeous-Alexander has taken 26 shots from the field. He's hit half of them. He now has 30 points on the evening. That's his season average. There you see the numbers.
Well, it just doesn't seem like he's taking that many shots. I guess he has. He's come on strong. Cavs done a good job against him tonight, though.
Garland, Mitchell, Mobley, Allen, and Strus are on the floor. Over the top it goes to Mobley. Mobley takes a dribble, knocked Williams back. Allen's there, a foul is called, and Thunder actually caught a break that foul was called because Allen was set to clean that up. Dort picks up the personal. Mobley will shoot free throws. We saw this play work earlier in the quarter, and there the Cavs go again. Right?
Yeah, he got fouled twice there. He got fouled initially by Williams, and then he gets fouled going to the basket there. So good strong movement by Evan. Typical, though, going to the rim.
Yeah, they charged that foul to Dort. I thought Williams got him at first.
I did too.
Mobley's first is good. Download the Cavs app and play Cavs Pick'em for a chance to win a pair of Cavs United memberships and over $150 in prizes. Download the Cavs app and play Cavs Pick'em now. Both Cavs big men are flirting with triple doubles as Mobley missed the second. Mobley has 8 rebounds, 7 assists. Allen 10 rebounds, 6 assists. We approach the 2-minute mark. Williams gets to the elbow, up to Hartenstein. Boy, he has not missed with that floater.
Last 2 minutes to play.
It's a 2-point game. Garland works into the forecourt. He's picked up by Williams on the switch. Now it's Hartenstein. The shot clock shows 6. Garland works on Hartenstein, step back 3. Allen had it for a minute. A foul is called, and it's on Gilgeous-Alexander. Jared Allen tonight has grabbed 6 offensive rebounds. That will not count as one, but he got fouled by Gilgeous-Alexander with that hustle. Gilgeous-Alexander now has 5 like Hartenstein, and Allen has 2 big free throws.
Yeah, look how far away he is from the basket. That's what Jared does so well in rebounding the ball, is he chases that ball. You know, today's game, there's so many long shots, and if you have the effort, you'll get these rebounds if you go after him, and he does, man, with just ferocity.
Allen's run 6 big fouls. Mobley with a big play right there as Allen missed the second, but Mobley poked it up top, so here's Mitchell. 90 seconds to go. Mitchell pulls up. Allen again. He had it knocked away and out of bounds. That is offensive rebound number 7. The good news is that the Cavs have the ball. The bad news is that they have only 2.5 seconds with which to work, as that is a big-time play by Evan Mobley.
That was a huge opportunity for the Cavs. Evan, great job tapping that ball out. Still have a chance here to take advantage of that. Need to get a bucket here.
Mitchell has Dort in front of him. He'll go to Mobley. He wants it back. Mobley's going to shoot it. He just got it off in time. He gets it off iron. Allen was there. He poked it to Mitchell, but a foul is called. It's on the Cavs, says John Coble. Donovan is already calling for a challenge.
Wow.
Mitchell was whistled for the foul, and Kenny's going to challenge. So Kenny wants to take a look at this, as do we.
Look here.
Did Mitchell commit a foul here?
Timeout Cleveland, coach's challenge, challenging a defensive foul call on the floor.
Yeah, I like the Cavs' chances on that one.
Yeah, unless we didn't see something,
yeah.
Brad. John Goble was right there, and John Goble is the crew chief. He's on the right. He will be the one in contact with the NBA Replay Center. And the Cavs are hoping that he reverses his own call.
Yeah, I don't
Did Mitchell foul Dort? You can see Dort holding the shirt there of Mitchell.
Yep, he's got a handful of Donovan's shirt.
Dort did lunge forward, but I don't think Mitchell pushed him forward. Boy, it doesn't look like it there.
No.
So we await the verdict.
No.
1:19 to go. A critical call as the Cavaliers look to keep possession. Kenny has won challenges at a nice clip so far this year. His Cavs are 31-4. The Thunder come into this building 30-5, winners of 15 straight. This challenge is taking a long time. John Goble on the right. Ray Acosta, our referee this evening, is on the left. Jared Allen has grabbed a season-high 8 offensive rebounds, 8 of his 12. Donovan Mitchell took a peek up at the Humongatron. And this, needless to say, is a big call right here. Cavaliers led this ball game 62-59 at the half. They had a 1-point lead after 3. Did Mitchell foul number 5 Dort? The lower right-hand corner of your screen.
I just don't think that's a foul, in my opinion.
After review, Mitchell does not extend his arm into Dort's back. Therefore, the contact has been deemed marginal. At the time of the whistle, there was imminent possession as Donovan Mitchell had the basketball. It will be Cleveland's basketball. The challenge is successful.
Well done, Kenny. Good job by John Goble in the replay center. Acknowledges he made a mistake. They get it right.
That's fine. 100%.
That's the way it's supposed to work.
Got no problem with that. That was a good challenge.
The better news is that the ball went into the hands of Donovan Mitchell. That's the second thing they check, who would have imminent possession. So that means the Cavs have the basketball. Had it been a loose ball, it would be a jump ball at center court. So possession would be in question. It is not here. So the Cavs will inbound with 1:19 to go and 14 on the shot clock, protecting a 125-122 lead.
Huge possession for the Cavaliers with a limited clock. You got to get a good look at this. Maybe get something going to the basket. Try to draw a foul if you need to, but you've got to get a good shot.
Allen leaned on by Williams, finds Mobley. Mobley's checked by Hartenstein, who plays with 5 fouls. Mobley halfway down the alley, he floats and scores. A clutch bucket by the 7-footer gives the Cavaliers a 5-point lead.
Right at Hartenstein with those 5 fouls. Evan Mobley's just been dominant inside. No doubt. Good play.
Hartenstein from the nail. Once Dort can't find him. Gilgeous-Alexander instead up near the timeline. He'll look to penetrate. He scoops it off the window. Hartenstein had it knocked away by Mobley. Here comes Strus. Strus throws on the brakes, wisely giving it back to Garland. Garland eats clock. The Cavs lead by 5. Garland finally gets loose from Wallace. The shot clock now shows 6. Garland down the lane. He scoops and scores. Timeout Thunder. This place is on fire. The Cleveland Cavaliers in this battle between the top teams in each conference have taken a 7-point lead with 27 ticks to go. That timeout executes beautifully. 2 buckets offensively. They get a stop defensively, and now only 27 seconds separate the Cavaliers from their 32nd win of the season.
Yeah, just throughout the entirety of the lineup, the Cavaliers have been fantastic playing team basketball. Very unselfish brand of basketball. This has been a heck of a game. Got 27 seconds to survive it.
In fact, this is the Cavaliers' largest lead all night. Gilgeous-Alexander facing a wall there. The Cavs didn't let him shoot it. Williams off, tip, grabbed by Mitchell. Mitchell looks to play keep away. He'll find Mobley. The Cavs have to get over the timeline. Kenny Wisely takes a timeout with 13 seconds to go. Euphoria in this building. It's been a playoff atmosphere all night long. What a performance. This crowd, 19,000 strong, salutes the effort that the Cavaliers on both ends, particularly tonight, lived up to all the billing. And now with 13 seconds to go, the Cavaliers are on the precipice of winning this big East-West showdown and moving to 32-4 on the campaign.
Yeah, it's been just one heck of a display of unselfish basketball, like I say, by both teams. And the Cavs have just been true to themselves, true to their identity for the entire season. Nothing's changed tonight, and it's fun to watch. And you start asking yourself, this is something that's very real. You know, this is sustainable.
Look at the man in the middle, coaching until the very end. You would expect nothing less. The attention to detail has been extreme this year. Here's what the Cavs did coming in. They roared through that Western Conference road trip, sweeps over the Nuggets, the Warriors, and the Lakers. They play the Mavericks for the first time. All impressive wins. That 10-game winning streak coming in, the Cavs won all 10 by double figures. Here's what the Thunder did coming in. They've been equally as impressive. I mean, they took out the Celtics and held the defending champs to a mere 92 points on Sunday. The Thunder erased 10-point deficits in each of their last 4 games. As here we go with 13 seconds remaining. Objective number 1, get the ball in, don't turn it over, as Kenny has his best free throw shooters here on the floor. Darius Garland into the backcourt. He'll play keep away. Garland does have to get over the timeline here. He will as he gets it to Mobley. The Cavaliers continue to get tested, and the Cavaliers continue to answer. They've snapped the Thunder's 15-game winning streak and have now won 11 in a row and 15 of 16. The Cavaliers own the best record in the NBA at an unthinkable 32-4, and your Cavaliers have not shown a single sign of slowing down.
No, they played exactly the way they played the last 35 games, which has been unselfish, a lot of poise, attack, just high character, high brand of basketball, a lot of composure on that floor tonight against a very good team. This was a heck of a basketball game. I can't wait until next week, but we got to do it again tomorrow.
Next week, the Cavs go into Oklahoma City to take on the Thunder for the rematch. This Cavalier team held the Thunder to only 2 points in the final 2 minutes and 33 seconds of the ball game to seal the deal. Your final tonight, Cavaliers 129, Thunder 122. Stay right there. We'll be right back. Kaylee and AC are standing by.